let's talk about the cytoskeleton. Alrighty, the cytoskeleton. What does your skeleton do, the skeleton you have? Well, it gives cells something to attach to, something to provide form for the organism, give it some shape, give it some strength, some structure, some stability, right? So, if we think in terms of the cells, now, having a cytoskeleton that should tell us two things, two bits of information. What would cyto tell us? Yep. It's associated with the cytoplasm. Alright. So, if this is the cytoskeleton, it's running through the cytoplasm. Okay? So, again, if we think in terms of skeleton, skeleton gives us structure, and strength, and shape. What would the cytoskeleton give the cell? Nice one. Support, structure, shape. So, shape would be more important if we are talking in terms of like an amoeba that changes its shape, but structure and strength will certainly be part of the main thing that the cytoskeleton is gonna provide. The cytoskeleton kind of, forms like a network of these structures inside the cell. As you may know, the Golgi body sends vesicles from one part of the cell to the other or completely out of the cell. How would the Golgi body know what path to follow? It would hitch a ride on a little motorized protein, and ride right along the cytoskeleton, right? Okay, so if the Golgi body is gonna send a shipment of digestive enzymes to your stomach, there's a piece of cytoskeleton that leads right up to the end of the cell, and the vesicle will travel right on that cytoskeleton until it gets to the cell membrane where it can be released. Okay? So, the cell has got some capability of taking these little cytoskeleton structures and putting them together or taking them apart, okay? So, if it needs to build a structure to lengthen one part of the cell and put the thing together and kinda push one part of the cell out a little more, that's how the amoeba would walk. The cytoskeleton would start to be put together, and literally the side of the skeleton, the cell would be moved outwards, and then the back part of the cytoskeleton would pull inwards, and the back part of the cell will come on in with it, and an amoeba walks by essentially sending a projection of itself out, and pulling this part here back in. And it sends a little part of this part back out, and it pulls this part back in, and that's how it would walk, quote unquote walk. Okay? So, the cytoskeleton would give it that ability to change its shape, to move its cytoplasm outwards, extend itself outwards, pull the other part of it along behind. Alright. You notice that right here you also have the picture of the centrioles. Centrioles are part of that cytoskeleton as well, because they're gonna form the spindle apparatus for what?